it's Sera. A few people ask me about a writing partner. People ask if it helps to have one and how to find one and what's that all about. When I started as a screenwriter, I did so with a writing partner. Her name is Rael Tucker. She is now a very successful showrunner with a Facebook show called Sacred Lies that everyone should watch. When we started, we were tiny infant babies. Being in this partnership enabled us to lovingly crack a whip where we got up at the same time every day. We wrote for the same number of hours. It's great when you find somebody like that and you have that kind of chemistry, but I think that's a lot of pressure to put on a relationship when you start. Maybe better to approach it as, hey, I have this one idea. Do you want to write it with me? You don't necessarily go on a date to get married and have a million babies. Maybe you want to spend an amazing weekend together and see what comes of it. So go. As to where you find this magical person, I don't know, where do we find anything? I think you have to go on the internet. Tinder for writing partners. Someone should do that. There's a lot of questions about the basics of screenwriting. Those can be learned in books. You don't have to go to school for them. You can if you want. Tips for setting aside anxiety and carving out a headspace for writing. I do not set aside anxiety when I write. I just write through the anxiety. I have formed a relationship over time with writing where it can be my friend. Probably not when I'm writing a script that's going to be read by people who intimidate me, but certainly when I sit down to write in a journal. That writing exists only for me, and it exists only to take the chaos inside of me and put it on a page where it has slightly more order. So maybe try that. The bottom line is writers tend to be anxious people. Certainly most of the ones I know, certainly most of the ones in television. If you had to not be anxious to write, I don't know who'd be writing these fucking things, because it wouldn't be any of us. The thing that I have learned over time is that no one day of writing is that important. Writing is a cumulative sport. You show up every day to do it. You don't expect it to be amazing. You just expect it to get done. You set a minimum amount of productivity. Maybe that amount is less right now while you're living through a global pandemic, honestly. My entire life didn't get cured for me to become a writer. I just write no matter what my life is doing. It's a practice. My job is to write 3 scenes. They don't have to be good. I just have to start, and I really don't get to do anything else until I've written those 3 scenes. I don't know if that sounds like tough love, or if maybe you feel like we're in this together. There is no magical sheen around professional writers. We're anxious, fucked up people who just write while being human. Just write while being human. That's my big tip for the day.